What's up, y'all? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. Your boy JP come to y'all with another how-to, and today we got 2006 Toyota Tacoma, and I'm gonna show you how to install this Sirius XM Commander Touch Sirius XM radio inside this truck. If this is your first time tuning into the channel, please consider subscribing, because this is the type of things that we do here: car audio tutorials, radio removals, Q&As, all that good stuff. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so first let's talk about what all comes inside the box. So first you're gonna get your little Sirius XM Commander touchscreen piece right there, HD, very good unit. Then you're gonna get this Commander Touch vehicle tuner. Now this is the most important part, because this is how this controls everything. This is how everything goes down. Your antenna, what you get inside the box, is going to come with that. It's going to hook up to that. Your power plug for the hard wire is going to come in, and your FM adapter is going to come in here as well. So you are going to plug your Commander Touch into here. Your hard wire goes into that little middle piece. Now this right here is for your auxiliary. If you have factory aux in your car, then you can use that instead of the FM adapter. This Toyota Tacoma does not, so we will be using that. So we will not be using that aux plug. We're going to turn it around and plug him right there where it says FM on the back. Also, your satellite antenna goes in right here, and that's pretty much how that setup goes. So the first thing we want to actually do is come up here to the back and take out these 3 clips. And the reason we want to take these clips out is because when we go out to our third brake light, we want to make sure that first of all, we want to make sure that if we can get through the third brake light, when we take our little fish tool and go through, that it's not going to be held up or stopped by these clips. So we are out here on the back of the truck, and the only thing it has is 1, 2, 3, 4 Phillips. So let's go ahead and just take these out. So now that we have those 4 out, it's going to use a little panel removal tool right here. It's going to take off this top part, which actually sits on the inside. Then what we want to do is take our panel removal tool again, come out here and try to just work this light out. Boom. Okay, so these little things did fall off, but they have the little clips on them, so we can snap them back on the back of there, so I'm not worried about it. Part right there is part of the headliner, and even though my hand's in the way, I can push down on it. So I'm gonna take our little fish tool, just run it to the side, and then go on the inside and trying to peel the headliner back and then grab it from there. So even though this thing is a magnet on the back, I went ahead and put 2 strips of double-sided tape on there. The reason I like to do that is because, let's just say this guy wants to go through a car wash. If he goes through a really good one, then it's gonna take that antenna with it or snatch it off, and we don't wanna rerun this thing again. It's not hard to do, but we just don't wanna do it twice. So we're just gonna put some of this double-sided tape on here, and then we're gonna mount that boy. Just right in the middle. Automatically the magnet goes on. We just want to press down, and that's good. All right, so I got this, ran through the hole. Just gonna kind of put a little bend in it, and we're gonna go inside and pull it through. Now if you guys don't have anything like this, you can use a antenna or a wire or whatever the case is. Just use some electrical tape and then tape your end up, and let's go inside and let's pull it on through. All right guys, so you just want to make sure that you got something that's actually got some good size on it and bendable, so when you push it through the other side, when you bend this part down, then you can go ahead and grab it. Now you don't want to pull it too hard, because you will start to crease the headliner, so just make sure you guys be careful. Now the technique to this part, man, is just making sure you have a hand on and just kind of pull the wire like that. You don't want to, yep. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I pulled it back just a tad bit, so we just have a little bit in there. Probably do a little tuck like that. And one thing I want to do is, this thing is called a strip caulk. I want to actually put it around my wire, because I don't want it to hit right up against this piece, because it is a sharp edge. You can use split loom if you want to, but split loom is a little bit thick, and since it is thick, I want the light to actually go back on how it's supposed to. So I'm just gonna kind of do that a little bit. You can use any type of sealant or anything you want, and then it just kind of helps protect that wire. And then this sticky stuff right here also adheres to that, and it's going to help seal it back up as well. So now let's just stick this back in here. All right, so now that snaps back in perfect. It's not really hurting this thing right at all. Right, now we just press this back on here. All right, and we just screw it back in. All right, y'all, so now we're at the easy part, and that's running this wire to the front. Just tucking. Just want to tuck that wire all along. I know it's kind of hard to do that. Boom. And then you want to come right here. Uh-oh, hold on. Get a little tuck. Put a little extra in. Then we want to come right here and start to tuck that way. Take your panel removal tool. You guys want to pull this, you want to pull that strip down right there, and we're just going to tuck it all the way to the front. So now that we have it in there, just continue to tuck, pull the wire through and tuck. I'm just going to tuck this whole thing, and as we tuck, we're going to reseal our seal. All right, y'all, so now that we have it up under here, what we want to do is we just want to tuck it behind this driver's side kick panel. I wish I had my light, man, but my battery is dying, but you guys can see a little bit. We're just tucking it behind the carpet. I like to tuck things behind the carpet because if something's gonna fall, it can only fall down. It won't fall up. So as long as we're tucking it behind this carpet, we'll never gotta worry about seeing this wire ever. So we just wanna get a good tuck. Make sure it's behind there, make sure it's dropped. Put that Velcro back where it is so you don't see it. And then now we will use that same little fish tool to run this to the back. So next thing that we can go ahead and do is mess with the FM adapter. So when you get this, these will be plugged inside each other. Just take them out. And since we have a Toyota, older model Toyota, we don't need any type of antenna adapters. If you're working on your own truck or car and you don't have the Motorola plug like this, which is the aftermarket plug, you will need your forward and your reverse antenna adapter. The forward means that it will plug into this part, and the reverse means that it's going to plug into that part. But see, if you do have that plug, like some Fords and Toyotas and some Lexuses, then you don't have to worry about that. So what we do now is we take the other end of our FM adapter. We're going to come over here to our commander, and we're going to stick that in the slot that says FM, which is right by the satellite antenna. So matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and plug my antenna here and my FM adapter right there. Boom. And don't worry about how it looks right now because the wire's all over the place. We're going to make it look sexy a little bit, but we want to make sure that it works first. So next thing, let's go ahead and power up our not our FM adapter, our power adapter, and all we need is 12 volts constant and ground, and we can catch that all from the radio harness. Now, I worked on Toyota so much, I know exactly where these wires are, but I'm going to show you how to test for these, and all you're going to need is a digital multimeter. Alright, so I know this is my ground, it's the brown wire. I'm going to go ahead and use my wire strippers to strip this wire just in the middle so I can tap in. I also have a video showing you guys how to strip wires, so I will put that in the cards and in the description as well. But that's going to be our ground, and I'm going to strip some more wires and show you how to test for the other stuff. So first thing we want to test for is 12 volts. So I have my multimeter, got it set to DC voltage. My black probe is on the brown, well, through the brown, and I want to come right here and touch this blue with the yellow striped wire, and we see that we have 12 volts and our car is off. So that is going to be where our yellow wire gets connected to. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect my yellow wire. I'm gonna poke a hole through here, wrap it around, and then I'm gonna tape it up. That way it doesn't have a chance of touching any of the other wires. So let me do that real quick. All right, so I went ahead and did that connection. How to strip a wire video that I talked about earlier. We'll show you how to do this. So we already have this one done. Now we want to test for our illumination. So our illumination should give us 12 volts when we turn this light switch on, and the car's not even on right now. So we turn the lights on, and that gives us 12 volts. And when we turn the lights off, it gives us 0 volts. So that's gonna give us our illumination. So we're gonna take our orange wire and hook it up to that green. All right, so now we have the gray wire, which is right here. There's only one color for each of these, so you won't get confused by saying there's 2 browns or 2 grays. There's only one of each color. So we have our ground in the brown and we have our red in the gray. No, they're not touching. We're gonna look at our meter, and as soon as I turn the key in the ignition, that should go to 12 volts. Boom. Since that goes to 12 volts, we know that that's our ignition. Turn it off, it goes back to 0, and that's where we hook our red up to. So this red is going to go to the gray, and then we're going to take our black wire and we're going to tie it into the brown wire right here. All right, so as y'all can see, I went ahead and put the electrical tape around there. This is actually called tester tape. It just looks a lot cleaner. Like I said, we're going to make it look good as we go and a little bit later, but now we want to take that connector and we want to plug it into this part, this middle part right here. All right, y'all, so now that we have that connection in right there, the last connection that we have is the actual commander touch, and what we want to do is find out where we want to actually put it. And I'm thinking let's just go ahead and put it right here. Just take the tool right there. That's all that it needs. What we want to go ahead and do and actually drill a hole. I think I'm gonna drill it right in the middle, and we want to do it just big enough to where we can let that USB kind of fit through there. So as you can see, I got my step bit here, and I end up drilling my hole 7/16 of an inch. This one is made by Klein Tools. I have that link in the description too. I use this thing almost every day. Perfectly, just how we want it. And then we're just gonna drag this thing all the way to the back, put a couple strips of double-sided stick tape on the back of that thing, and this thing should fit perfect. All right, so as you can see, I just got a couple strips of double-sided stick tape on there. Push that boy in like that. It already fits pretty good, just kind of by the size. But what we want to do with that double stick tape is we want it to be in them edges. We want to get all in them edges, on the corners and on the top, so it actually doesn't move. It looks good. It looks real good. Now we're back inside the car. This part right here is super duper easy. I literally just stuck my hand in the back part right there. See if I can get this little headlamp to work. Yeah, so I stuck my hand in the back part right there, and I was able to stick my other hand up here, reach up, reach down, grab it, pull. Pretty much self-explanatory. So now all we gotta do is snap that back in place, and we got that thing sitting real nice. What I've done is I just pulled it up through the top where all the other wires are, and I stuck it in the last place where it actually goes, where it says display, that says DISP. This thing will not focus. There it goes, DISP, so it goes on display. Guys, so as you can see, it just got 2 zip ties right there, one right there. I am able to push this back here in the dash. Now we can go ahead and mount this up here at the top, put some sticky tape on it, or zip tie it to something along the factory, along the factory wires in there. I'm going to go ahead and test this thing out first, just to make sure that it's all good, because I don't want to put it together and then it don't work and then you gotta take it all apart. So give me a second. Go to FM and see what channel it's supposed to be on. 97.9. So now we go to 97.9.
For more details and to subscribe.
Hear every game of the NBA Finals on Sirius XM.
Now we know that that's working. I think that actually looks pretty good, guys. So tell me what you think. I hope you guys found some type of value in this video. If you did, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Until next time, this is your boy JP signing out.